everybody, it's your girl ToniTime back with some more Sims for you. If you like this video, then thumbs it up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that little notification bell is on. Leave a comment in the comment section below with some ideas and feedback so I can make these episodes better and more enjoyable for y'all. And if you want, then share my content. Now let's get into the video. Hey y'all, it's your girl ToniTime, and I'm back with some more Sims for you. And I know that y'all have missed me, because at least I missed y'all. I hope y'all missed me, dang. But yeah, I've been missing for like 2 weeks. I've been AWOL. I've been working on this daggone Let's Play / machinima, I'm trying to do it type thing for y'all. I've been working on this for 4 to 5 months now, or just on the Sims alone, 4 to 5 months, because it's so many Sims that I have to be in control of, and I had to edit so many relationships, y'all. It was actually kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I finally finished all my Sims. I'm working on all the worlds now, downloading from the gallery, different lots and all that good stuff. So hopefully I'll be done with that tonight or tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to put everybody in their household they belong in, and then we can finally record, because I really don't know if I want this to be a Let's Play or a machinima. I'm gonna attempt to do a machinima, but if I edit it and in editing it does not look right, it's about to be a Let's Play and y'all just gonna see that. But yeah, so this is one of my main households for this gameplay. I'm probably not going to be playing them all the time, but I just have to tell you all their backstories in order for y'all to get kind of like the other people's backstories. So this is like basically who the entire story... Okay, let me just start from this. How about this? So this entire Let's Play that I'm about to do is a story that I made up when I was probably like 12 or 14, something like that, and I always go back and edit it. And I actually went back a while ago because I was going to reread it because I wanted to add new chapters to it and everything. And I was like, yo, I can make this in The Sims. And the only downside is that the Let's Play, or at least the story in my head, has a lot of supernatural people, and we don't have a lot of supernatural Sims. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I was able to make a few ghosts. I made some aliens. I have a few vampires. So I'm going to just try to make it off with those that I have right now. And hopefully soon we'll get some new supernatural life states so I can actually make everybody else supernatural. But yeah, so that's basically how this came about. And like I was saying, this is Julian Petromi. He is our principal, or one of our principals, I should say, for this Let's Play. Because in my mind, this story is a bunch of supernatural schools coming together. They're merging all their schools together. It's 3 different schools. It's Julian Petromi. His school is called Petromi's School for Gifted and Talented Creatures. And then we have our Jason Kingston, who has Lovebow's Lovebow's Academy for Killing and Life Creatures. And then we have Vanessa Reeds, who's the principal of Scarab's Public School. So those are all my schools, 3 different schools, like I just said. And yeah, y'all, so this is Julian Petromi. He's supposed to be a Vila. If any of you have ever watched Harry Potter, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I did like this one movie. I remember that specifically. It's the one, I think it's the Goblet of Fire, is that it? Ooh, please don't stone me, Harry Potter fans. But it's the one where basically they have all the schools come and they're trying to like find the goblet or something, and Harry Potter's underwater with his friends and there's shark people. I remember that. Oh, that's really all I remember. But there was a girl in there and she was a Vila. And basically Vilas, they're supposed to get you attracted to them. It's like people look at them and they're like, oh my god, I'm in love, I want to date you, I want to marry you, I want to have all your kids. That's what they're supposed to do. So they're supposed to have that law of attraction over you. And so this is what Julian is. Him and all of his co-workers here are all adults right now. And then they're technically, like I said, they're high school principals. So technically their students should be teenagers. But just because I ain't got time for that, I just made all their people young adults, so I'm going to say it's a college for this gameplay. That's also another thing. We need some daggone schools or colleges, because we have high school, but I'm not making them teenagers, so eh. But yeah, this is Julian Petromi. This is what he sounds like. That's what he sounds like. He has the swagger walk, because you know he's cool. And then he wants a big happy family. He's a genius. He loves his art. And he's romantic because, you know, that's basically what he is. He's a Vila. He does romance to a T. And he is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It's really weird actually seeing all these Sims, because I've had thoughts of them for how many years? I just say I'm 21. I said I thought of this when I was probably like 12 or 14. I was really young. So over 10 years. It's crazy now seeing them. how I think they should be. So yeah, this is his first outfit. And then we have, I gave everybody, I think, 3 outfits. And then I gave them 2 of everything else. So everybody has 3 every day. That was one of his every day. This is his second. And then this is his third. And Julian has a very big family. He has, how many siblings does this boy even have? Hold up, I gotta go count. Give me a second. It's him. He's actually a triplet. So it's him, his 2 sisters, his younger sister, who you'll meet later on. I think he has 2 more sisters and 1 more brother. I don't even know, honestly. Like, I'm gonna have to figure this out later and come back to y'all. I might insert the number right here, but let me actually go look this up. Let me go look this up real quick. Hold on. All right, y'all. So I just went and looked, and Julian has 6 siblings. So there is 7 of them in total. Like I said, he's one of a pair of triplets, and he's actually one of only 2 boys. Everybody else is a girl. That is crazy. But yeah, so he has 6 siblings, and some of them are human, some of them are Vila, some of them are a mix of both, because he is actually half human. His father is a human, and his mother is a Vila. So that's what happened there. Let's see, who else do we have? Okay, so these are his party clothes. I'm really actually not sure if I like that now, his first party outfit, but you know what? We're gonna let him have it. We're gonna let him be, because I'm really not about to go back in editing and fix that up, because it took way too long. Like I said, it took 4 to 5 months to edit these people. I'm not about to go back, y'all. I'm not. But yeah, this is Julian. He's a really kind-hearted guy, and he is ridiculously smart. He is only probably, in my head, I think I said he was 28 in my book. And so he's really, really young to be a principal, but he like took the whole world by storm. He was a savant at a young age. He was good at everything. He's one of those kids that you look at and you just be like, really, man? Really? Because you just be like, I gotta study my butt off in order to get an A. You like ate hot Cheetos and picked your nose and you got an A. What? So that's how I feel he was as a kid. And so he's not very popular amongst his fellow principals from the other schools, at least. And actually, his vice principal is a little trifling too. But we'll get to that in a second. So, like I said, this is Julian. Julian is the principal of his school, Patromies Academy for Gifted and Talented Creatures. And then there's Gregory Dulissi, who is actually Julian's vice principal. Gregory Dulissi is a goblin. And so he has the cutest monobrow, and he has a bunch of freckles on his face and everything. He actually looks like Shrek is what I keep getting when I show him to people. And that wasn't intentional. It was just because he's green. Like, if I made him a different skin color, he probably wouldn't look like Shrek. But yeah, so he is actually a goblin. And he is also, like I said, Julian's vice principal. And Gregory is not the biggest fan of Julian, which is crazy because they work so closely together. But he's basically just jealous. He wants the school for himself. He's just like, I don't get why all these students love you and they don't like me. But it's kind of because Gregory's a butt face. Like, he's not nice at all. He's very, very rude. He looks happy and like he's jolly like Santa or something, but he is not. He's angry all the time. Like I said, he's very jealous, and I just can't deal with him. Like, in my book, I want to like, I'm really this close in my head to like kicking him out of something, but nobody knows that he's secretly evil. Like, they don't, because he just acts like a big goofball. He's just like, oh, yeah, and why don't y'all like me, and da-da-da-da, all that good stuff. So that's basically what Gregory does. And he is, I think this is a nerd brain? Yeah, he wants to be a nerd brain. He really does look like Shrek now I'm looking at him. But he wants to be a nerd brain. And he's very self-assured because he's confident that he's going to take over the school and that nobody's going to be the wiser. But like I said, Julian doesn't really know about this. Gregory's just on the sly, and he's actually hiding in the shadows, kind of these other 2 principals that we got in the story, because they're supposed to be the bad guys. So nobody would look at, you know, Gregory, who's supposed to be our comrade in the situation. But yeah, so that's Gregory. That's his walk. His voice. And he just looked wow. Like, wow. Okay. But yeah, that's Gregory. He's also jealous, like I said. He wants the school for himself. And he's ambitious because he really, like, once again, he just wants the school for himself. Like, I don't know how many times I can say that, but that's literally his whole goal in life, is he wants to be Julian, pretty much. He wants to be him. So that's what's going on with that. And then under both Julian and Gregory, we have Sheamus. Sheamus feel right. In my story, he is actually a phoenix. He's a bird, like a full-on bird. But since we don't have that, very obviously, since we ain't got witches, werewolves, and not like that, I made him an alien. Because you know what? When in doubt, do what you do. Be resourceful. So this is Sheamus. My phoenix, not really. He's an alien now. But this is what he looks like. And I don't know why I can't click his body. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is what he looks like. These are his outfits. And Sheamus is supposed to be the guidance counselor as well as the art or music director rather of this whole entire institute. In my story, I didn't want to use too many teachers, so I doubled up a lot of people. So I doubled them up in this as well. Actually, I forgot to tell y'all, Gregory is actually in charge of sports, which is real interesting because look at him. He does not look athletic at all. He lived in a swamp his whole life. Who thinks he's athletic? But maybe that made him athletic. Maybe being in the swamp his whole life and having to do for himself made him how he is. Back to Sheamus. So he's really good at music. He's incredibly good at music. He mastered every single instrument in the game. I already went through everybody and gave them all their traits and everything. I made some clubs and stuff, which y'all will find out about later when I actually probably start playing and recording and stuff like that. But so he's really good at that. He's really good at conflict resolution. He tells his students all the time, come to me if you have any problems. I'll help you out. Don't worry about it. So that's what Sheamus does. He's very lovable. I love him in my story. He is so wise because he's supposed to be like 400 years old or something like that in my story. I love him to death. He is the nicest guy ever. And so he wants to be a friend of the world. He wants to be he is a genius rather. He's very happy and he's a bookworm. Love it. I can't. He's adorable to me. Voice. That's his voice. He has a bouncy walk. And this is him in his human form. Literally all the same outfits that I gave him in his alien form. It's just that he looks like this when he's a human. And I don't get it because how does he go from this, basically, look at that body, and then look at this body? How? In what world, huh? I need questions answered. What? Like, what happened to the hourglass, baby? What happened? Like, you still got the abs and everything, but it's not as attractive. But yeah, that's Sheamus. And like I said, I love him. He's so sweet. And he's like Julian's right-hand man. Julian, he'll really be going to Gregory. Maybe that's low-key why Gregory don't like him. He really be going to Sheamus more. They are like BFFs. They're always together. I love it. And then the next person that we have on here, who actually should have been the third person because they're technically the dean and Sheamus is technically just a guidance counselor. But who should have been the third person was Annette Chofsky. She is the dean for Petromi School, and she is supposed to be a mermaid. And all these people that I'm saying that they should have been something and that they're not, I kind of just made them humans. Like, I made Sheamus an alien because I figured I could just make him something weird since he's supposed to be a bird in my story. I just made him something weird like alien. And then Gregory, I actually killed off and had a cow plant eat him. So he's actually going to be a ghost in my game. But I just wanted something different other than humans because right now Gregory's a human. So I made him a ghost in the game. But he's still a playable ghost, so he's still around. And he's still going to be causing havoc. But yeah, Annette is a human, and she is actually supposed to be a mermaid, so that's a thing. She is the dean. She's very rule-oriented. She believes that you need to follow the rules. She carries a ruler around with her. She's one of the people that slaps their hand with the ruler and be like, get to class. So she's one of those. She's no nonsense. Nobody messes with her. Her voice is shrilling in my head. When I wrote my story, I wanted her voice to be one of those voices that was very distinct and that annoyed the mess out of you when you heard it. But she is gorgeous. Can we just talk about that? Like, actually, I don't think I showed y'all Sheamus' face either. But this is what Sheamus looks like as an alien. And this is what he looks like as a human. But yeah, so back to, sorry, Annette. I'm all over the place. Y'all just gonna have to forgive me because I'm just real excited right now that I done finally got all these Sims done. But, she's just one of those teachers that sees you in the hallway and instead of being like, okay, you're only 15 seconds late to class, I'll let you just keep going about your business so you don't be later. She'll be like, come here, little boy, come here. Okay, where's your hall pass? You ain't got no hall pass? Okay, come with me. Let's go to the office. Let's call your parents. You gotta know what you did wrong. She's one of those. She's one of those annoying teachers that you can't stand. So, yeah, this is literally her. She's actually married in my story to a security guard and also the what is he? He's the swim coach as well. I didn't make him in this game because he's not very relevant, at least not right now. So until I need him, he's not being created because, like I said, it took me so long just to create the main people that I'm not about to create miscellaneous people that I really don't need right now. And so Annette wants to be an angling ace. She's part fish, so I guess that has to do with it. She's very active. Once again, part fish, loves swimming. Very neat, rule-oriented, and a snob because, once again, rule-oriented. Her voice actually isn't that annoying. I tried to make it so annoying. I tried to make it one of them shrieky voices. That's why it's all the way up here. But like, and she's not happy like that. So. Yeah, she's not happy like any of those voices. So I'm just gonna stick with this one. But this is what she looks like and everything. And this is her walk. Very snobbish. Just, you know what, keep it moving. But even though she's a snob and she might get on like the students' nerves, she is actually one of Julian's other really good friends. She has been with him through thick and thin. She worked with him for like 10 years. So they know each other. Even though she might be a pain in the butt, like I said to the kids, Julian leans on her like, hey, I know you know things, help me out. Especially since her husband's part of, you know, the intelligence agency, security division. That comes in play a little later on, which I'll get to in a minute. And then let's see, who else is here from Patronies? We have Victoria Jenkins, who is a fairy. And I was kind of able to make her a fairy low-key. Y'all can see what I did. Yeah, y'all see it? Y'all see it? But I just gave her some fairy wings from the cosmetics. I really was going to give her the fairy wings from the Halloween pack, but I didn't like the way they looked. They look really fake. And since I want her to be kind of a realistic fairy, that's the thing. She's supposed to be a water fairy and an ondine, which is like a mermaid type of fish thingy thing, or a siren kind of. So that's what she is. And so that's why she doesn't wear shoes or anything. She wants to be one with nature. She has green wings in my story, so I just gave her some green face paint. Her hair in my story is really long because, like I said in my story, she is actually really short. She's like, I think I made her like 4 feet or something like that. Not even, maybe. And so she's really short, and her hair is supposed to be like down to her ankles. But since they ain't got hair like that in The Sims, I had to make do with what I had. And so she loves nature. Her favorite hobby is gardening. And so that's why she wants to be a freelance botanist. She also loves the outdoors, like I said. And she's a good person. And she's a vegetarian because, you know, who wants meat in their system when you're like in love with nature and you're a fairy? You want to eat some plants. So that's what she does. And then she is actually the girlfriend to Julian. And I think I actually got them engaged already in my gameplay. If not, I'm going to have to go back and edit that in. But they are engaged. They've been dating for a while. And nobody really knows. That's the crazy part. Like, none of their co-workers know that they're dating. It's a very, very low-key. The only person that really knows is Julian's little sister. And the only reason she knows is because he introduced her to his girlfriend. So, this is Victoria. And voice?
The music and Ed.
That's her voice. She's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Feminine walk. She's a sweetheart. She's the nurse. She's very caring about her students. She's like, hey, if you get a cut, come to me. Hey, if you have a headache, come to me. Hey, if you broke up with your boyfriend, come to me. I'll talk you through it. She's one of those people that's really, really like all up in the students' business, but not really because they want to go to her. So love her. She's the sweetest thing. And Gregory doesn't like her because she's too daggone sweet. And she's actually best friends with Annette, which is really interesting because they are like polar opposites. And she's cool with Sheamus. They don't have bad blood. They don't have good blood. They're just like chilling. And then let's see, who else do we have? We have Jason Kingston, who was, like I said, the principal of Love Boat's Academy for Killing Unlife Creatures. And that's kind of my thing in my stories. I call all the students creatures. I have like different terminology in my story. Like I call students creatures or creepies because that's just basically what I do. But I'm not going to use that terminology over here because y'all going to need a dictionary and I'm not about to fill it all out. So yeah. Fun fact, I swear still till this day that show, what is the show called? Monsters High. I swear to this day that somebody online found my story because I lost it one time. I lost it actually many times. I lost that story about 6 or 7 times within like 6 months, and I had to keep rewriting it, keep fixing it, keep rewriting it, trying to remember what I wrote because I kept losing it. I could not keep that thing to save my life. I would email to myself, I would lose the emails. I would put it on a flash drive, I lost the flash drive like 3 times. And I still swear to this day that when I went online trying to figure out how to get back a Word document that it was on, that I accidentally uploaded it or something and somebody stole it from me and now it's on TV, and I swear that they owe me residuals. I'm not one of them crazy people. I swear it is like literally like my story. When I tell y'all about these students, y'all just gonna be like, that sounds real familiar, like that kiddie show that I watched. Yes, I swear that person stole my thing, but I don't know. So I had to go on a rant real quick. But this is Jason Kingston. He's the principal, like I said, for the other school. And he also has like a vice principal, dean, guidance counselor, all that good stuff in my story. But they're not really prevalent to the story at the moment. So I'm also not about to make them. It's just going to be him right now. This is his voice. That is his voice. Kind of seductive, kind of sexy, low-key, kind of scary. And he is... oh my god, I want to smack him upside the head because he is so evil. But you would never know it, at least not what he looks like here. In my story, he looks scary. And I tried to make him as close as I could, but like, you can't make them frown or like look angry. I tried to, y'all see, but he just still look like he's smiling, so he look kind of nice. But yeah, that's basically what I have going on with Jason right now. This is his outfits and everything. He dresses up every day. He thinks that his school should be number 1. He's very jealous of Julian because Julian's so much younger than him, but his school is already at the top. Everybody wants to send their kids to his school. Meanwhile, Jason's school used to be number 1. And then all of a sudden, this young guy just comes out and starts stealing his shine. So he's really, really upset. He's trying to tank Julian into the pipe, basically put his school to shambles and to shame and have all his students come to his school so he'll be number 1. And so he low-key initiated this merging. He was like, hey, to the school board, he's like, hey y'all, I have an idea. Let's merge these schools just so he could get a little closer to Julian. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be messing up their names, y'all. But just so he could get closer to them, he brought a few students and he's merging them, and he's just like, I'm about to take over. I'm about to take over, boo. Keep playing with me. I'm about to take over. And so these are his outfits. And Julian, oh my goodness. See, I just did it again. Jason, I'm about to just start calling him Kingston because that's what I call him in my in my story. Kingston over here. Kingston is supposed to be a puppet master. Like, he's one of those people that can control you. Like, it's like he puts invisible strings on you or something and he can move you and make you say whatever he wants. Just think of like Naruto. I'm pretty sure they have a Naruto character like that somewhere. I don't even know. I think I just made that up, but probably. And so he wants to be fabulously wealthy in The Sims. He's evil because he has his ideas and everything that he wants to do. He's materialistic because, like I said, he wants to be number 1. You see what he dresses like. He wants to be that guy that everybody looks at and is like, oh my god, like, did you see him? Oh my god, where'd he get that from? Oh my god, did you hear? Oh my god, that's Jason Kingston. Like, he's so popular, blah, blah, blah. He wants to be basically like on a celebrity status. And then he's low-key insane, or not even low-key. He's very insane in my book. He's just like, listen, I'll do whatever I want, and y'all can't stop me. And you'll see more of that later on when I start recording, because some real crazy mess is about to happen. I might have to put this on age restriction because it's about to get real drastic for no reason. Actually, there is a reason, because it was in my story, because I have a kind of a dark mind, but yeah. So that's a heads up. I might have to make this age restricted later on, not sure. But this is Jason Kingston. And then this is Vanessa Reeds. She is a vampire. She is sexy. In my book, she is so sexy. Oh my god, I can't. But yeah, this is Vanessa Reeds. This is her voice. You might have just heard it, but here it is. That's her voice. Oh, also, side note, sorry. I kind of forgot to tell you. In my story, Kingston, I'm just going to call him Kingston at this point. Kingston is actually supposed to have vitiligo, and they actually do have a mod for that. But I'm trying to keep the mods out of my game because my game's been crashing a lot lately. I don't know why. But since it's been crashing, I really don't want to put the mods in because I had a vitiligo mod and I took it out. And so I just gave him some freckles. So just pretend it's vitiligo for now. Because in my story, I have a lot of inclusion and things like that. So yeah, just pretend that's vitiligo for now until I can like figure out what's wrong with my game. And sorry, what was I saying? Yeah. Vanessa is very sexy. She's a vampire in my game, and she's also a vampire in my story. So she's probably one of the only true to like sim characters that I made in the teachers anyway. And so that was her voice and everything. She has the sexy walks. In her spare time, she likes to model. Like, look at her body, bang, 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 bang. And then Vanessa is actually dating Jason over here, Jason Kingston. They're dating. And then it's crazy because she used to also date Julian, but nobody knows that. Not even Jason. Nobody knows that. Jason doesn't know. Julian's girlfriend / fiance don't know. Julian's sister don't know. Nobody knows. Like, they used to low-key talk, low-key date, low-key mess around on the side. So this should be interesting because, you know, now his worst enemy, now Julian's worst enemy, Jason's dating his ex-girlfriend, even though he got a new girl. Let's see how that works out. You never know. But so this is Vanessa. Like I said, she's very glam. This is actually very minimalistic for her, which is really interesting. I love this outfit because you would never think a principal would wear this. She's just like, hey, hon, I'm going to wear my see-through shirt to work today, okay? Okay. So that's her. I love this color on her. Her body, I can't. Oh, y'all might be looking at me like, yo, Tony, what you mean her body? Like, she don't really look like nothing special. I'm still thinking back to my story, how I made her body. Her body is banging. And like I said, in my story, she actually models on the side. So and that's just what I'm thinking of right now. Look at that. She's going to be walking around because I'm going to put them in like dormitory type situations. She's going to be walking around, her co-workers looking like this. Look at her trying to stir up some mess. No, she didn't. But yeah, she is dastardly, or wants to be a public enemy, sorry. She wants to be a public enemy. She's creative. She's an insider because she's actually working in cahoots right now with Jason to take over Julian's school. She wants it for herself, but she's going to play along with Jason for now until he could get her far enough to where she could basically, you know, in layman's terms, shit on his life and steal the thing for her, like for herself. So that's basically what she's doing right now. She's playing the fence pretty much. She's on Jason's side, but Loki is just for her. So this is what she looks like in her vampire state. Just like some cracks on her face, nothing crazy. And yeah, that's basically what she's doing. So she's acting like she's Jason's minion or servant, like she's his Harley Quinn to his Joker, but really this chick is crazy and she about to take both of them down. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if anybody figures that out. Let's see what goes on with that. Let's see if Julian and his girl stay together or if he beats Jason up. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I do know because I know what happens in my story, but for now, I don't know because Sims is different. I can't do as much in Sims, but I'm gonna be as creative as possible. So yeah, I think that's everybody. Okay, well, that's all the main teachers, and actually, I'm going to really quickly go get the other 2 teachers from the other households because I couldn't fit all of them in here because it was 9 of them. So I'm going to go quickly add those 2 in, and then we'll get back to, I don't know, maybe I'll just end it. I don't know, we'll see. Give me a second. All right, y'all, so really quickly, I'm just going to go through the other 2 teachers, and then I'll probably come back and introduce the rest of the characters to y'all later on because these guys aren't really that important. At least they are important, but they're not the main students that I'm gonna be playing with. So yeah, but these are the other 2 teachers that I have going on right now. We have Albert Franklin, who I actually killed off to make a ghost because he's supposed to be a zombie in my gameplay. In my story. So since he's supposed to be a zombie, I thought, what's the closest thing to a zombie? It's a ghost. So I killed him off by anger. I tried to kill him off by electrocution. It didn't really work. So I had to kill him off by anger. So that was a fun thing to do. I gave him the clown haircut, and I tried to make him look kind of ghostly. I don't really know how it came out. What y'all think? But yeah, he's supposed to be like the main homeroom teacher that the students go to, pretty much. He is the one that they're always just like, hey, Mr. Franklin, how's your day? He talks them through their problems, and it's really interesting because he is so sweet in my story at first, and then he just blows his gasket to these 2 kids, and y'all know more about that later when I like edit it and like make it a gameplay. Oh my god, I'm tearing up because it was so funny in my story, at least to me, but then I wrote it, so why wouldn't it be funny? Haha. But yeah, this is what he looks like and everything. These are his outfits. And I tried to make him really skeletal and like I said, ghostly, like a zombie and everything. I don't really know how it came out. I tried. But then I also have a skeleton who's the next character I'm going to put in. I thought they came out a little too similar, but I had to do what I had to do. And so yeah, this is basically what I have him looking like. He wants to be a nerd brain because he's a teacher, he's a perfectionist, he's a genius, and he's hot-headed. Hence why he died from anger. Also, everybody in this gameplay has different jobs, from the students to the teachers. Nobody has the same job. I was gonna put them all on the same job, but I was like, that's boring. So they all have different jobs, but I honestly don't remember what I made all their jobs. So y'all just gonna have to find out as we go through the gameplay, because I'm not about to go through all that. But this is his voice. That's his voice. He has the sluggish walk, because he's basically dying. Like I said, he's a zombie. Really, he's a ghost in my gameplay. Like I said, by anger and all that good stuff. And he's the main teacher, like I said, homeroom teacher of Patrolme's Academy for Gifted and Talented Creatures. So he works with Julian, Annette, Victoria, Sheamus, and Gregory. He works with them very closely. And then we also have Guts here, Guts Jr. Engel, which is really funny because, or Guts Engel Jr., which is really funny because his name is Guts, but he's a skeleton. In my gameplay, he's actually a skeleton, and then in my store, he's a skeleton as well, and I actually killed him off in the gameplay again. All these killed off characters are playable ghosts, and he got killed by laughter, so he basically laughed too much and died, which is crazy because he's a comedian. I remember him. I remember his career. I made him a comedian. So that's the funny part. And then also he's part of the comedy club. I do remember that as well. I made him part of the comedy club. I made a few clubs in the gameplay with the different students and stuff. And I gave each club like a head, like a teacher or whatever, to be the head of it. So he's the head for the comedy club. And he's supposed to be a bus driver. But since we ain't got bus drivers, I'm gonna make him a teacher for the gameplay anyway. He's just gonna be the one on the side. He's actually the instigator, low-key. Like, he's the instigator for this, because nobody knew about the merging until Guts brought it up. Guts just had to spill the beans, and then he was like, oh, y'all didn't know? Oh, y'all miserable now? Oh, ha ha ha, too bad. So he basically gets pleasure out of this. He's the little devil on people's shoulders, like, so, you think about doing it? Do it. So, that's basically what I think about Guts. And he's a skeleton, like I said. He's a comedian, like I said. He wants to be a joke star. He's an insider because he knows all the stuff. You would never think like the bus driver or the teacher or whatever would know everybody's business, but he do, because he be around. Everybody be like, oh, he's just like the janitor. He's just the bus driver. Nobody cares. He knows everything. It's crazy. He's a goofball, and he's also outgoing. He is so happy, which is crazy because he died by laughter, but he's so happy still. I can't. And this is his voice. That's his voice. These are his eyes. Doesn't he look so kind? He looks so sweet. Oh my goodness. And then I think I give him the sluggish walk. Oh no, I give him the goofy walk. That's his walk. And yeah, that's all my principals, guidance counselors, nurses, teachers, deans I can think of right now, at least that are important at the moment. And then I'm probably gonna record all the rest of these students and everything back to back of this, but it might not go up on the same day. I don't know. But I finally got y'all a video on Wednesday because it took me forever to edit. Like I said, please watch this. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but please, I hope you made it through the whole thing, because this was a pain to make. Just all these sims was a pain to make. But I'm very happy that I did it. I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope you stick around to see what else I have in store for you with this series. And yeah, that's all I really could think of right now. Make sure you keep watching. Make sure you keep your notifications on, everything, so you'll know when I upload a new video. And that's all I can think of right now. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed. It's your girl ToniTime, and I'm out. Bye.